You just bought yourself one of these controllers, a GameSir G8 controller, to be used on your iPhone 15 Pro Max or your Android phone, and you're struggling to get set up. I made this particular video just to help you, just to get started. So I'm going to show you step by step what you need to do just to get set up. Let's go. Alright, so you get your phone, which in my case, iPhone 15 Pro Max. You have your GameSir. There's also 3 extra thumbsticks that's included inside the box. I'm going to show you exactly how to use these as well. Also included in the box is a manual. This manual shows you how to basically do everything, but it's a little bit hard to read. It took me about 20 to 30 minutes figuring out how to actually use the manual. I'm going to show you how to get it set up and do all the basic steps. So number one, you're going to connect your phone. If you look right here, notice that the USB-C actually wiggles a little bit. Easier for you to get it, you can connect your phone a lot easier to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So you just put it on like that, make sure it sticks all the way in, and then you're gonna pull the GameSir all the way down, and then you're gonna close it. So the good thing is that it wiggles, so it won't damage your actual USB-C port, because that can be very expensive to fix in case it gets damaged. Now, to get started, I'm going to use something called Gamepad Tester just to make sure the controller is working and is connected. Go to www.gamepadtester.com, or you can go into Google and type Gamepad Tester. So what Gamepad Tester does is that it shows you if the controller is working. And this is an amazing tool that I use personally to check all my controls to make sure they are working. Now, when you get your controller, your controller is probably going to have a different color, like a green color. Green means that it's Android. So it might work with your phone right out the box, but if it doesn't work out the box, all you got to do is hold this share button and also the menu button at the same time. So you hold both buttons at the same time and it's going to change to different colors, right? Depending on what device you have, you can go ahead and test it. So in Gamepad Tester, the controller will come up once it's connected to the controller, so definitely not blue. So I'm not using an iPhone 15 Pro Max, which means that it's going to be programmable on the white one. So it's going to switch back to white or light blue, and you'll notice that the controller is going to be connected. So this is how you connect the GameSir to the iPhone or the iPhone 15 Pro Max or whatever Android device that you're using. If you press the different buttons, you can test that the buttons are working and that it's fully programmable. On the GameSir, if you go to the back of the GameSir, there are 2 different buttons that you can program. There's L4 and also R4, and one's on the left and right. So you can have both these buttons. How do you program both of these buttons? It's actually pretty simple. To program these buttons, all you gotta do is hold the M button corresponded to whichever button that you want to program, to the L4. So I'm gonna hold M and I'm also gonna hold L4. And you're gonna hold it until the menu button here starts flashing very slowly. So you might notice that the M button here is start flashing very slowly. So all you're gonna do now is basically, sometimes the right button flashes, sometimes the left button flashes, so either one is fine. But it's flashing, which is that you know that it's in program mode. So we're gonna press it again, and we gotta do it quickly. So once it starts flashing, we're gonna press the corresponding button that we wanna map it to. So we're gonna press A. So now the back buttons, whenever we press the L4 button on the back, it's gonna be programmed to A. So to program the right side, the other side, which is the R4, which is the right side, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hold the M button and we're gonna hold the back button at the same time. Notice that the right side starts to flash this time, so you know that it's the right side. So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna press whatever button you want. I'm gonna use B. So I press B because I want to use B for that button. So now whenever I press that back button, it's gonna be programmed to B. That is exactly how you go ahead and program the button. A little trick that I learned with this controller, if you're playing FPS games, is instant trigger. The trigger is going to still be the same, but whenever I press one particular trigger, you notice that it takes a while before it actually engages that particular trigger, right? So what you're going to do if you want to turn into instant trigger is that you're going to hold both buttons and M at the same time. It's going to blink red 2 times to let you know it's instant trigger is programmed. And whenever instant trigger is active, it's going to flash red. Whenever you press the button, it's going to turn red. So now whenever you press the button, it goes 100% all the time. So this is great for people who play FPS games, like you want to play Call of Duty Mobile. Last but definitely not least, this controller has like an amazing feature. So you can go ahead and remove the thumbsticks. So you can remove the top. They're connected by a magnet, like so. Right? So don't worry about them. You can just yank it off because it's made of magnet. Won't damage it. And you have different thumbstick attachment that's included with the controller itself. So you have like a small one, you have like a tall one, and you also have a convex one. So I'm going to change the right one, put a different module, and I'm going to put like a taller module on the, sorry, I'm going to choose the left one and put the right one. Just to kind of, sorry, so I'm gonna put the small one and the tall one, and we just pop them back on, like so, and there you go. Just like that, we could change the profile of the controller itself, and so now we have different thumbsticks. And you can definitely choose and use different thumbsticks from other providers as well. So this is a great feature that's been added to the controller that really helps to elevate your game. You can go to your favorite game now. So for instance, I am going to go into Asphalt. So everybody does Asphalt, a lot of people play Asphalt. So I'm gonna turn off my instant trigger because now I'm driving a racing game. So I'm gonna hold these two buttons at the same time. It's gonna turn green to let me know that it's off. Right, so I can press A, and then I'm going to just do a normal race, a legendary race. So I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna play next event. And I'm gonna go at next, and play event. Come on, Asphalt. Yeah, play anyways. So now the controller is going to be fully compatible and fully working with the GameSir G8. This is amazing. Oh, it's just showing me how to use the controls. So use X to drift. Yeah. This is amazing for whenever you're traveling and you want to use your phone, you know, for gaming, or if you just cloud play, you're sitting down in your house, you're cloud playing. This controller definitely is one of the most remarkable piece of device I've seen so far, and it really elevates mobile gaming. You know, this is definitely a direct threat to something like the Nintendo Switch, because now, you know, you can play something like Asphalt, you know, on your phone and using these controls, which is a lot easier to use. Hey you, thank you so much for watching. If you find this video useful, consider hitting that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. It helps me know that the channel is also growing. If you want to support the channel even more and you're in the market for a new controller, I sell custom controllers. They're in the description. You can also purchase a fully customized controller from Hex Gaming using my code Jason. That helps out the channel a lot. I also have my affiliate link in the description with all the gadgets that I use to make all these amazing videos. Bye for now and see you in the next video.